Okay. We live. It's late at night, my bro. It's late at night, my bro. And why am I hype? My ass should be in the bed somewhere. Why am I hype? I got some shit for you, bro. We got some things to talk about right now, okay? I'm looking at my notes right here because we just went in. Okay. First of all, before I get to it, hi, hello. Welcome back. How you doing? How's your night going? Oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. It's your girl Leo. We're doing this again. And what are we doing exactly? I want to tell you. We are talking about freeing your conscience. Freeing your conscience. Because I'm realizing now, I had a thought, okay? Actually had a thought. I was talking with God and was just thinking about some of the things that are happening in my life, which are very frustrating. Some very frustrating things. And I keep knowing that I shouldn't get frustrated because it's out of my control, but yet I'm still getting frustrated. And so I've been thinking about that, and it was just like, I'm pretty much like on a hold. I feel like I'm on a hold. And there's trying to free your conscience. Oh shit. What I'm trying to say is there's little things that I've been trying to do that are manipulating my situation, which okay, let's just we're gonna talk about it in a second. But ultimately, like, I'm trying to get this certain goal in a certain amount of time when maybe I still need to work on something in here, right? So instead of me looking outside of myself and getting frustrated that I can't figure out what the fuck is outside of me, we're looking within, right? So there's something that's within. And I can't, that's my situation, right? You know, I'm frustrated with that. Trying to find a place to live. It's been rough. But I've come to a point where, like, when me and God are talking, He's helped me realize here that what I'm missing is some gratitude, an attitude for gratitude, which is what things I forgot to write on this paper. But I'm glad I said it. I'm glad I said it. He helped me out. He's like, that's what she's trying to say right now. That's what you're trying to say. So, like, you know, that's what I'm missing. That's what I haven't been doing. I haven't been grateful for the things that I could have, that I do have right now. And like, things could be a lot worse than it is. I'm in a decent situation. Like, you know, I'm not on the streets. I got a roof over my head, but it's not ideal. And I need to come to terms with, you know, it's okay that it's not ideal. This is temporary, and there's something. I'm in this situation for a specific purpose. There's an intention behind why I'm here. You know, this didn't happen out of nowhere, and so I think that's why we needed to talk about freeing your conscience, because that was a whole thought process. I keep hitting you with the thought processes. And I just want to, maybe you don't know, right? I hope you do, but let's say you don't know. What does it mean to free your conscience, right? What are we talking about, freeing your conscience? Like, remember yesterday I was telling you about my cousin, and I don't remember if that was yesterday, but sometime this week, I was telling you about my cousin and a question that he posted, and it was, why can't I trust anyone? And I got into a whole thing about, you know, you feel like you can't trust anyone. Maybe you should look at yourself and see if you can trust yourself. And if you can't, how can you become, I don't think I asked this question, but this is a good one. How can you become a person that you would trust? You have to do that and become that person in order to find people, attract people who are like that. Because, oh God, I guess if we're getting into that, let me tell you why though, for real. Okay? When you become that person, right? You become somebody who is trustworthy, you're not gonna fuck people over, then naturally you're attracting those type of people into your life. And because you're not putting up with the same bullshit that you once did. That's what I was trying to say. Fuck. I don't know why it was so hard to get that out for a second. So you're not playing around anymore. Like, you know that in order to be deserving of this result that I want in my life, I have to become that person. I have to be a trustworthy person. I have to, I have to be a trustworthy person in order to trust other people. So, and then, that's what I'm trying to say. I've been getting lost in my head, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, naturally, after deciding that that's who you're going to be, of course, things are going to change. You're going to realize like the shit that you don't like because you're this type of person, and the shit that you will accept. And when you see some shit that that you don't like, what are you going to do? You're going to be like, you're going to be like, oh, they lied to me again. I don't like that shit. And then go talk about it behind somebody's back. Or are you going to find a solution to that problem that you're facing right now? Answer it. Come on. Give it to me. I want to hear it. What? Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. All right. That's what I thought. Okay. So let's go. Why you need to free your conscience? Because it's going to help you to become the person that you want to be. Did you decide on who you want to be? That's the question. Did you decide on who you want to be? Who are you now? Who do you want to be? What's the gap between that? Okay. We're talking about freeing your conscience, man. That's what we're talking about. Okay. So how do you free your conscience, right? What does it mean to free your conscience? Well, like if you're trapped up in your conscience, what is your conscience? It's your inner dialogue, right? It's your the ego. That's what your conscience is. I slowed down because we need to process this. It's your ego. It is the thing. Remember, we were talking about your conscious and your subconscious. It's the thing that is be the awareness that you're having for your perception of the world. I don't know if I can't think of a better way to explain that right now. But pretty much it is your attitude about how you perceive the world in a way. Okay, that's your conscious. And when you're talking about freeing your conscience, you probably have let's say you got like a guilty conscience, you got shame in your conscience, maybe you lied, maybe you manipulate intentionally. What does that mean? Like, okay, when we're talking about guilt is I did something wrong. And so you feel bad for doing something wrong, right? And I want to even say that, whenever we build up a guilty conscience, it is not, I want to say, most times than not, I don't know if it's every time, but I'm going to say most times, when we build up a guilty conscience, it's not something that we did. It's because of the way that maybe it is something that we did, but it became guilty by what we observed by that action. Maybe we did something and somebody was so dramatic about it and made us feel like it was bad or wrong. Or maybe it was actually bad or wrong. Sometimes maybe a guilty conscience is right because it's teaching you what's right or wrong. It's telling you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. And we're gonna get to it though. That is the whole thing because you feel guilt before the action. You know what's right and what's wrong before you done the action because you thought about it. And then there was a part of you that was like, I don't know about this, right? And then there was a part of you that was like, fuck it, let's go. Let's do this shit, So what if there's a piece of you that's saying, I don't know about, even if it's a fucking small piece, okay, listen to me. Even if it's a small piece of you that's like, I don't know about this. Maybe you should question that some more. What is making you feel unsure about this situation? Okay. I'm pretty much telling you, bro, how to coach yourself in your fucking conscience. This is what's happening right now. You just have to question yourself and why you feel the things that you feel. And of course, nobody told us when we were kids, so we fucking felt a feeling that nobody wants to talk about. Then we internalize it, and which is building shame. We internalize it, which is building shame. And now we hate ourselves because we keep doing something wrong. And then we don't know the fuck how to fix it, And so that's building onto your fucking conscience. Now you've got guilt. Now you've got shame. And the more shame you got, bro, God, shame is a bitch. Y'all ever watch Big Mouth? Bigfoot. Y'all ever watch Big Mouth? That fucking cartoon about the kids in middle school going through puberty? Like, they got all the fucking monsters. They made a whole, like, fucking sideshow. I haven't seen it yet, called Human Resources. Which, they got all these monsters and love bugs and stuff. These little things that, like, only they can see. But, like, their friends can see the thing, too. It's just their own personal one. So, like, they don't know. Sometimes they know, but sometimes they don't. Like, if they communicated about it, they don't know whose monsters are whose monsters, and only they can see them. Wait. I think that, yeah, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but something like that. The show. The show that I'm talking about. Well, it's like kind of like that, with the shame monster, right? Nobody likes the fucking shame. No, the shame wizard. That's what he is, or some shit like that. Nobody likes him because when he comes around, he ruins the party, right? Like, everybody's fucking cool, and then all of a sudden everybody feels some type of way about themselves, what makes them insecure about being around other people. And so they're feeling that, and then they're projecting that. That's what it is, right? And so that's why you also, like, that's building, like I said, is building onto your fucking conscience. Because now you're like, I feel wrong, and I'm projecting that onto people. You know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. And that's why you're like, I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop. What is going on? Like, and then you come to a place where you're like, this must be normal. This is just who I am. And guess what? You're fucking lying to yourself. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. But for some reason, whatever has you repeating those same cycles. Okay? Free your conscience. Now we talking about lying, though. Lying. Okay? Why you gotta lie? Why are you lying to yourself? And when you're lying to yourself, you're lying to other people. And it's like, whatever you do to yourself is what you're going to do to others. It's like, well, it's okay for me to fuck myself over, so why would I care about anybody else? Like, that's how it is out here. That's why we can't trust nobody. That's how I feel. Like, you would fuck yourself over. That's why you're going to fuck somebody else over. Like, and you do it all the time. That's why you do it to other people. You do it to yourself all the time. Tell me I'm wrong. Mm. You real bold, you know? I'm just kidding. But I don't know, maybe I am not kidding. Let's talk about it. But yeah, for real though, like, you know what it is to be lying? When you're lying, you know. Did y'all see Squidward? Hold on, it's SpongeBob now. Sponge. Hold on, wait, look. Damn, it's too bright. What is it? It's the dude. It's the dude crawling into the Krusty Krab. You know, fucking weak, weak. Give me a Krabby Patty. Looking at. Okay, I'm tripping. I'm sorry. I got distracted. But let's get back on topic here. Let's get back. Okay, we were talking about lying. When are you lying to yourself, man? When you're saying, I don't know and I can't. You're fucking lying to yourself because you can. You do know. You just need to think. You got to use this brain. And I've said this so many times already. The more you keep saying, I can't and I don't know, is allowing you to, what do they call it if it's a robot? Fucking shut down. I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say, but pretty much you're accepting that it's okay to shut down. And when you're shutting down, you're not going to grow that way. You know, you're going to find your growth in adversity. I don't know if I said this before, but you got to be trying. Okay. You got to be working. You have to put one foot in front of the other and really want that growth. Like, if you shut down and you accept defeat, then you can't get mad at, you can't be, I feel like if you're going to shut down and accept defeat, you cannot be miserable because that was your choice. But I guess I can't tell you not to be miserable because you're going to be miserable because that's the choice that you decided to choose. But to me, it's like, why would you sit there and be miserable? Maybe you don't know that's what you're going through. Maybe you don't know that you're miserable. Somebody need to tell you that you're miserable. Why are you miserable? Why are you miserable? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I need to chill. I'm sorry. But for real though, like, you're going to choose to either be miserable or you're going to choose to grow. That's what it is. And then on top of that, also, I want to just throw in manipulation is locking up your conscious too. And what is manipulation? Manipulation is just to handle, control, or influence something or someone in a clever way, in an unfair way, or in a way that is, what is it? Excuse me. I forgot what this word means. Damn. Unscrupulous. Wait. Unscrupulous. That's what it is. I don't remember what the fucking word means. I wrote it down because the definition of the word was very important, but I forgot what it is. It's a new word for me, so I forgot what it is. But pretty much, manipulation is to handle, control, or influence something or someone. And okay, when I'm telling you these things, right? Like manipulation, sometimes maybe you need to lie, right? These things are not always like bad. Sometimes you might need to lie. What would you need to lie for? Like, say you are trying to do something as a surprise for your friend. Of course, you're going to have to like lie and be deceitful so that they don't know the surprise, right? Unless now where it gets fucked up with your lies is when it becomes perverted. Remember I said perverted is just twisted, when it becomes twisted. So what are you lying for? Know your why, okay? Know your why. Know the why, okay? That's all. Like, I keep saying that. Know the why for the good and the bad. Okay. Also, like, okay, maybe that feeling of guilt is not completely bad. Like I said, as you feel that before you did the action. That's the piece of you that's like, maybe I shouldn't do. Maybe I shouldn't. Something about this don't feel right. I don't know about this. Like, that is the, like, part of you that's like, I want to do it, but I know it ain't right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, that's the guilt. And it's good in the sense that it's letting you know when there is something that doesn't align with who you're saying that you are. Okay? Or who you want to be. Who you want to be is who you're saying you are. If you like, say you're striving to be an entrepreneur, right? You want to be an entrepreneur. You already are saying that you are an entrepreneur, or in a way, you don't want to just lie to yourself, right? This is deceit too. You don't want to just lie to yourself and be like, I'm an entrepreneur, and you haven't done anything to take steps in that route, but you're just planning, right? Well, instead of saying, I'm an entrepreneur, you want to trick your mind into believing that, well, that's the route that you're going. That's where you're going. And you're taking action right now to go that route. So instead of, I don't know, you come up with your own fucking words, okay? But that is the idea. You want to, instead of lying to yourself and saying, I am already this, when you know that you're not, all that's going to do is cause conflict within yourself, because your mind, we've already talked about this too, your mind does not hold two different concepts very well. And so if you are not an entrepreneur, you're still working at your job, and like I said, you haven't done anything to take those steps yet, and you don't even know what you need to do to become an entrepreneur. Like, this whole idea is fucking fresh. It's gonna be too much of a conflict, because you're going from, I'm just an average person, to I'm an entrepreneur, and you're gonna do things. Yeah, maybe you might start taking steps in that direction, but you're also gonna do things that is getting in your way, without, probably a lot of times it's gonna be without you being completely aware of it right away. Like, maybe because you're trying to do something different, but you're falling back into your same patterns that you always do, So, excuse me. I apologize. I'm doing a lot of burping right now, and I think it's because I had a milkshake earlier. Yeah, but I think I was just talking about manipulation, right? And also with shame and stuff. So, like, all that stuff, right? When you got a guilty conscience, you got a conscience of shame, you lie, you manipulate intentionally, right? Let's say whether you do it unintentionally or intentionally, it was all in your decisions, the choices that you made. And I'm not saying that, like I said, the choices that you made were wrong, but you got to discern that for yourself and understand, why did I choose what I chose? Or why am I choosing what I'm choosing? Like, just know your why. And when you're making a decision, you should make that decision in the thought that, I'm doing this for whatever reason. Like, maybe for your safety or protection, or maybe you're doing something because you need to get out of trouble or whatever. I don't know what your fucking excuse is, whatever the reason. Be real with yourself, because the more that you're lying to yourself and you're being manipulative, which you're manipulating yourself, most likely you're manipulating yourself. If you're trying to be in control, you're manipulating yourself in order to be perceived in a certain way, which is manipulating others. So when you're doing that, you're building shame on yourself. You got guilt. Of course, you're naturally going to fall into these mental diseases, which like depression, anxiety, BPD, and I don't know what other mental stuff, all these little mental disorders. I'm not a doctor, okay, but all these mental diseases in our mind, and got it right. Yeah, you're gonna fall into these because your conscience isn't right. Your conscience isn't right, So, what do you need to do to sum that up real quick? You need to stop doing the things that you know you shouldn't be doing. Stop doing the things you know you shouldn't be doing. And that goes for the way that we consume, okay? And I'm talking about it all, okay? I'm talking about the things you consume, the people you hang around, and when I'm talking about the things you consume, right? Like I told you, we got our little window of perception. Consumption is through the eyes, through the ears, through the mouth, through the nose, through touch, physical touch. That's all consumption. And so it could, because it's consumption, because what you're doing is you're experiencing the world, and then your brain is taking that experience and is processing it into information for you to store. That is consuming. You're consuming through your senses, right? So you need to be more discerning as you get, as you're going through your life. Be more discerning with what you're consuming. For example, right? Something that I started doing. I don't really watch TV anymore. Like I used to watch a lot of kind of Disney Channel stuff. Like I've always been picky with what I watch. Like I just want to watch something that's gonna make me laugh, and it's cool, whatever. So I used to watch a lot of Disney Channel stuff, and then also my mom loved scary movies, so we would watch scary movies. I was pretty much raised on that shit all the time. And I liked this shit when I was younger. It was cool, but like as I got older, and as I'm like going through this journey of figuring out how to love myself, how to be happy, how to grow, there's certain things I had to cut off. And so I had to stop watching certain things. I had to stop listening to certain things. I had to stop saying certain things. And I also just had to, well, for me personally, I did a lot of isolating because my brain, it processes better when I'm in the quiet by myself. And there's people around, there's distractions, So for me, it was isolating myself. But, that could be different for you. And you just gotta pay attention to how you're consuming. That's it. I don't know how else to explain that to you. And when you're doing that, intentionally consuming, you are starting to pay attention to things that you should do, the things that make you feel good, the things that make you happy, right? Which are things that you love to do. What do you love to do? Yeah, these are good answers. I love that. Okay, so let's talk about doing the things that you should be doing, right? So what's going to make you free your conscience? What's going to make you less in a low vibration? That's why I forgot to say all those things that I listed off before: guilt, shame, lying, manipulating, and doing it intentionally, and then also being depressed, anxious, and other mental disorders. Those are low vibrational energies. You attract what you are, right? So, being at that low of a vibration, though, this is going back to, remember we were talking about spirits, angels, and demons. So when you're at a low vibration, you are a lot less aware. You are unaware as fuck. And you may think that I'm wrong, but I'm not wrong. Okay? When you're at such a low vibration, you're in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, your window of perception is perverted. It's twisted. Okay? Remember I said that? It's twisted because you need to do what you need to do in order to survive. It's not at a higher frequency where you have a higher understanding, where you can make more discerning choices. Okay? Alright. So when you're at that low of a state, though, at a frequency, that makes you a lot more vulnerable to the deception of these dark spirits. And because, like I said, demons are really powerful. The devil is deceptive. Like, what we see is illusions. And so it's easy to pull off illusions when someone's unaware. Because you don't know what's happening, you're going with the fucking flow and everything looks real. So, and that also, just talking about that, when we're talking about things looking real and they're not being real, this could be any fucking moment if you are not raising your vibration. You got to be aware. Awareness, man. Awareness is the fucking key. Awareness is the key. And how you get awareness is by clearing your conscience, right? You got to clear your conscience. And what you're doing is you're being honest now, right? You're free of deceit. You're free of deceit. You're being sincere in your interactions. And when I'm talking about honesty, it don't always have to be like sugar coated. You don't have to make honesty like super sweet. Most times honesty ain't sweet. What they say, the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. That's fucking true, because a lot of times honesty fucking hurts. Nobody wants to be told about themselves. Like, we all think that we're so fucking perfect, and we're not perfect. Sometimes we fuck up. And if you can't come to a place where you accept that sometimes you fuck up and be open to somebody giving you constructive criticism so that you can be better, so that you can do better, then why are you on my page, first of all? You need to get the fuck out of here. Okay? I have no words for you. I really don't. Don't got the patience, don't got the words. Bye-bye. But secondly, like, what are you doing then? You're not growing because you're being resistance to that growth. You're fighting the growth from somebody telling you the truth, which is what you want to hear. It hurts. Yeah, motherfucker, it hurts. But ultimately, the truth is gonna fucking be the thing that, like, it's gonna be the clarity that you need in order to make the right decisions. Okay? So, honesty. Also integrity, right? What is integrity? Integrity is the state of being whole. So, what I mean by that is, when you're going through these guilty conscious mindsets, these low vibrational mindsets, you're in a split state already, because that's what it is, right? I don't know if I should be doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I don't feel like this is right, but it is right for me because I get all these benefits. you're split. You're split. And so when you're staying in integrity, that's when you're like, this is an example, right? I really want to eat these donuts, but I don't think I should. And I'm trying to lose weight. I am actively losing weight. And if I eat this donut, that's going to slow that down. So I'm not going to eat the donut. I just stayed whole. That donut did not break me. Okay? Did you see that? Did you see that? That donut did not break me. And that's how that's how you're going to build your integrity. When the shit doesn't break you, when you don't split. Okay? So that's your moral righteousness. What feels right to you? And do that. It's not what feels right to society. It's not what Becky told you should do. It ain't none of that, bro. It's what your spirit is telling you what to do. Your spirit is saying, this is the type of person that we are becoming. And so this type of person is not going to do this, and this. And so if I do that right now, I am becoming split from the type of person that I am becoming. Okay? I hope that fucking went deep for somebody. For real. Like, cause that hit deep for me. So, honesty, integrity, genuine love. This is coming straight from your reflection of yourself. Okay? It always starts with yourself. That's what we talk about here, man. Man, this fucking video. It always starts with yourself, okay? When we're talking about genuine love, this is the dialogue that you have with yourself. What are you talking about with yourself? What conversations do you have with yourself? Don't tell me that you don't fucking talk to yourself. Bullshit, motherfucker, you lying. You are lying to my face. Stop lying to yourself, okay? If you want to continue to lie to yourself, honestly, that is up to you. But the door, okay? The door. Or, what is it? It's not a door. It's an end button. Click it. All right? You're welcome. Get the fuck out of here. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But, genuine love, right? This is when you are wearing your rose quartz. When you have nice things to say about yourself. I'm not ugly. I'm not fat. I'm beautiful. You don't want to say I'm not, because you want to say I am statements, but I'm saying I'm not. Let's say you're fucking new, right? You're new to this shit and you're just trying to change your mind. That's okay that you're saying I'm not, because it's affirming to your mind that this ain't what it is. I know that, but now you want to go from this ain't to what is it? What is it? So just be aware of that. But this is now you're talking like, I'm beautiful, I'm courageous, I'm outgoing, I am interesting, I'm funny, like whatever, whatever it is that you are that makes you feel good, right? This is love, is feeding yourself feel good energy, is what's bringing your vibration up. It's giving yourself what you need. What do you need? What do you need? I'll give you an example, right? For me, what I need when I'm thinking of love is like genuine honesty and understanding, the space to be heard. That's what I need for love. And I've given myself the space to even listen to myself. I've given myself the space to speak out what I need to say. And I always say that respect is time and space. So giving yourself respect, that's genuine love. Giving yourself respect, and then like I said, what you give yourself is what you're going to give others. So if you're being honest with yourself, you got integrity, you love yourself, That's even, look, if you could even get one or two of those three, we got more. We got more, okay? But if you could even just get one or two, there's five here. I should have said that. There's five. If you could just get one or two, like you're already on the right path. You are already sliding through, like Latoya Okia be saying. Like, I don't know who this is, but she'd be like, you about to slide through like Eddie Kane Jr. Who is that? Somebody answer that for me. Who is Eddie Kane Jr.? I don't fucking know. But yeah. So what's the other one? So we got honesty, integrity, genuine love, intention. Okay, so intention is just purposeful action, planned action. So you want to have a plan for yourself also. This is in a way, it is a type of manipulation because you are planning out things that you want your life to go, but it's a good manipulation because now you're, instead of you trying to be over controlling of a situation, you are letting go of control. Actually, when you're being intentional, you're letting go of control and you're allowing your mind and your body and your spirit to guide you towards that person that you are becoming. I just thought about a whole nother fucking video that we gotta do. We gotta do. And it's gonna come, okay? But yeah. Actually, what is it? It's gonna be from surviving to thriving to becoming. We're going to talk about that soon. So look for that. But yeah. So we talked about honesty, integrity, love, intention, and inspired action. So I guess intention and inspired action can be put in the same category, but not really, because you know, you can have good intentions, but you want your actions to be inspired. And when we have an inspired action, that pretty much just means that it's led by your spirit, it's led by your soul. Inspired is like allowing that space, right? To give yourself the honesty, integrity, and the love to, and then like somewhere in that space, you have an imagination. We all fucking had one as a kid. That shit didn't just disappear as you got into an adult. What happened is we got conditioned as an adult to become a different way, which was pulled away from our childhood and whatever life circumstances that you went through at that time that pulled us away from who we naturally are as a child, our imagination, our free spirit, right? Pulled you away from that and gave off this illusion that as you get us into an adulthood, you don't fucking imagine anymore. Things are just, you gotta accept reality. Well, you can still fucking imagine, you know? Your imagination is what's creating your reality. Like, that's literally, you try to go to a kid that thinks that they're a fucking dinosaur back in Jurassic Park era and tell them they're not a fucking dinosaur. That kid is gonna stomp on your shit. Like, they ain't fucking listening to you. They are in their own goddamn world. Like, you know what I mean? You go fucking, well, this is something you could actually do, but this is gonna fuck somebody up if you went and took a little girl's doll away from her and told her that she ain't fucking Cynthia and Cynthia don't exist and this is just a doll. You just crushed her fucking imagination, and that's fucked up, right? You killing somebody else's imagination because yours is dead. But did you know that you can pull your imagination back out? It's not dead, it's buried. But something that's buried goes back to a fucking, it can be brought back to life. How? How can it be brought back to life? This is going to be another video because that's going to go into too long of a fucking topic. Let me just write this down real quick. I'm sorry. I might cut this out. Okay. And when I say that though, because I don't want this video to get misconstrued off of what I said. I'm not talking about physically. If you bury a friend that's dead, he's going to come back to life. I'm not. I'm talking about spiritually. Spiritually. When something dies, it is brought back in a different form. Okay? So, that was that. That was side. But pretty much, like I said, inspired action is spirit led. So, following these 5 different things is going to help put you in a righteous consciousness, where your morals are good, you're honest with yourself. Not just your morals are good, it's like what you believe to be good for you and how you want to be treated is how you treat others. I mean, that's the basic ass moral. And if you follow that, then like literally everything is like whatever you choose your morals to be, just you want to keep them on a righteous path. What's right for you? Okay? What's right for your spirit? Because no matter what you do, everybody's not going to agree. That's just kind of how it is. You might have some people that agree and follow you, and some people that are going to fucking hate it. And you can't, that's out of your control. You have to follow what's right for you. You have to follow your own path. And so, like, what I want you to question here, because I think I talked a lot, right? I want you to sit and journal. You can also comment these things before and down below. But remember, I told you, if you're going to leave a comment, you better be actually writing these questions down and answering them for yourself. Like, do not comment if you have not sat with the question and answered it for yourself, okay? I don't care what the fuck you're saying if you haven't sat with it with yourself. Literally, it doesn't matter until you sit it with it for yourself, okay? So, the question you're going to ask, how do I free my conscience? How do I free my conscience? What am I freeing my conscience from? What do I feel? What do I think? What do I say to myself? What am I hearing and listening to? And if my conscience were free, who can I be? Who can I become? Who am I without all the baggage on my conscience? Okay, those are a lot of questions. If you need to rewind it and listen to each of those questions again, do that. Write them all down, okay? And then comment down below. We want to hear your voice. You have a voice, and we would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. So speak up. You have to. But anyways, I'm your girl Leo. This was a very awesome topic that I found a lot of joy in talking about, and I hope you found a lot of value in it too. Hey, if you didn't know, I do have a podcast, okay? And there's a lot of things in my podcast I've talked about just spiritually and even with personal growth that you might find that beneficial. And so you check out Lleo The Llion Podcast. I'm pretty sure that there is a link somewhere on my page for the podcast. But if you can't find a link, you can just find me on most podcasting platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and Google, whatever, Breaker, So check it out. Go look. There's a lot there for you. And until next time, yo. Excuse me. Bye.